And Chris Steele joins us now. We talked to Chris a little bit just a few weeks ago in the postgame of Notre Dame, but something we didn't ask you, Chris. So, each week now we sit down with Dante Williams, a guy you know really well. What's it like for you having your position coach turn into your head coach? What's that been like?
I mean, to be honest, it's been a huge transition, but, Aaron's a really good coach as well. Aaron Williams, he's our GA. He's done a really good job of, teaching Dante's philosophy. He uses the same verbiage and stuff. So, I mean, he's made it a real easy transition.
Chris, the defense this year has been kind of a roller coaster. You've had some games where you guys put it together and put your identity out there, and some games where you guys have struggled. When you see those games where you struggled, what do you think the major consistent problem has been? And is it tackling? Is it scheme stuff? What do you think it's been in that problem?
I'd say it's been like a mixture of both, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of times it was just us not making our plays, whether it was somebody falling outside of their gap or, just inconsistency with just knowing your assignment. I mean, I feel like that's the biggest thing, There's a lot of plays where, just somebody's not in the right gap, somebody drops off on the wrong coverage or something, so.
What was last week like? I mean, obviously your guys played a lot of football. You're gearing up to play another in-conference game, and then all of a sudden it gets postponed. How was that adjustment like for you and the team? I
mean, personally for me, I feel like it was kind of like a blessing in disguise. We get that extra week to just kind of prepare for a really good football team. Watched more film, and I think the team took the same approach. I think everybody truly bought in last week and, just kind of put ourselves one step ahead of them. So.
Well, this is your third UCLA game. You've never lost to those guys. I'm sure you have no intentions on losing it. How would you describe this matchup when you're out there on the field and you're in your face-to-face with the Bruins?
I mean, it's feisty. When you play against UCLA, it's going to be a dogfight. Can't really say what I want to say.
Good job.
Good
Hold
man.
your tongue.
Good man.
How many of those guys a bunch of them, right?
Oh, yeah, I know a lot of them. Shoot, early on in my high school career, I was actually committed to the other school. So, I kind of knew a lot of those guys throughout recruiting and stuff. So.
Chris, we've seen a little bit more zone coverage this year on defense. Obviously, you're DBs. You guys always want to be man, locked on somebody, pressing somebody. Are you guys comfortable in zone, and that? Would you rather be in man all the time?
Oh, I'm definitely comfortable in whatever my coach tells me to do. But for the most part,
they want to be on that island, or
they want me to go out there and just play man. So I go out there and I try to excel at it.
Yep.
This whole offseason, every day at practice, you have to line up against number 15, and that's a tall task every single day. What's it like then going out on Saturdays and knowing that receiver is not as good as the dude that you've been going up against every single day? What kind of level of confidence does that give you going into every single game, knowing that you're as prepared as you could be?
I'm already a very confident player, but it just gives me that extra amount of confidence, and it's been like that since my freshman year. Honestly, I feel like that's what's going to help my game, just now and at the next level. I mean, going against the Michael Pittmans, Amaros, Tyler Vaughns, this year arguably the best receiver to come through this school, There we go. So, just going against him has really been a blessing for me. I mean, I told him before the season that I was going to make it a challenge just to go against him. That was the main dude I was going to go against, and I feel like ultimately it's definitely helped my game, for sure.
You're listening to Chris Steele on Trojans Live. And, Chris, we were just talking to Liam Jimmons, and he was talking about the mental side of being an offensive lineman, that next play mentality. No one ever talks about that more than corners. What's that like? And then how have you sort of grown, right? But you're a guy that we threw into the fire as a freshman. Now you're a junior. I mean, how have you sort of learned those lessons over the years to be able to turn the page, not just say, oh, you got to have a next play mentality. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to actually be able to clear that mind.
No, exactly. And, I mean, I feel like it was something that I truly bought into my freshman year, Like you said, I was thrown out there in the fire. And, I made mistakes early on as a young freshman. And I would kind of get down on myself. But, I had dudes around me that would always tell me you got to have that next play mentality, but I truly didn't understand it. That, every DB gets beat. So after a few times of me getting beat, it was like, okay, it is what it is. Like, it's not high school anymore. I'm going to get beat. These dudes are on scholarship too. It is what it is. Just got to make sure I don't let it happen the next play. So, I mean, now that's just how I carry everything, I had a few bad plays this season, but my mindset is always just make it up. Just got to make it up.
Chris, you're a veteran now. You've been here. We see you an ITS out there, and we see Drake London and those guys, the wide receiver on the other side. Who are some of the younger guys that you enjoy watching in practice go to work that might be that next level of USC players that we're looking forward to watch?
Oh, my boy Trig, J-Rock he's another one. Jalen, he could really play. Jackson, he could go. I'm excited to see him play. To be honest, that whole class is kind of like ridiculously talented. So, Corey's another one. He's a freak. So, I could go on.
So Trojan fans, get ready. There we go. Sean talked about it in the last segment. You guys got the new COD game this past week. I know you've been diving into that. If you had to give me your starting 5 on this roster of COD players, who's the squad?
COD, for the record, is Call of Duty. Just in case people don't know.
Come on, Jordan, duh.
I'm clearly aware. We're talking to other people, and there's other people listening. Just so you know.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to definitely have to go with Greg Johnson,
Okay.
Zay, Palomao,
The whole
John
secondary. Oh, okay.
Jackson, Drake Jackson.
You're going to start a fight, man. This is bulletin board material here.
Are
You're going to put yourself in the fifth
yeah,
spot,
you
right?
can go 5.
Oh, wow.
Respect. I respect it.
I don't know. It's kind of interchangeable. We got a lot of good dudes. Oh, Isaac.
Okay.
Isaac's pretty good at video games.
There we go.
All right, Chris Steele, USC, UCLA. Big game for him coming up this Saturday. 1 o'clock kick at the Coliseum. Trojan Tailgate Show starts at 11 a.m. right here in the USC Trojans Media Network. Good luck, Chris. Get that W. Go to 3-0 against the Bruins. I know you want that.